less than 3.
Hello there. And I'm live. Nice. Very good. And right now, we can't do much more than waiting for the players to start with the draft and thanking Mara for the sub. 3rd month already. Insane. I didn't knew I'm affiliate for such a long time already. Feels like yesterday that I got that privilege. And while we are waiting, we can take a look at the current state of the Nations Cup. Well, that got a bit bright early. Oh, and then in my download bar, you can see that I've downloaded something for the new channel point reward. And I think especially Lonesome Rider will like that. Main user of the Mission Impossible song. Has a similar vibe, I think. Yeah, so here we have our first contender today, Austria A, with freaking Andy, freaking Chris, Larry, LB10, Teutonic, Tanks, and Bimbinity. Super strong team, in my opinion. Contender for top 8 at minimum. Could be a surprise top 4 team. And Germany B is our other team. Akro Terz mit Tomsky, Wesley Wobi, Panic Panda, Mr. Dobson, JPG, and Django Unchained. Yeah, definitely B team for Germany. And the underdogs here. But yeah, they can definitely be dangerous for unprepared Austria. And some interesting things in the tables. Mexico B got disqualified for unsportsmanlike behavior. And I think you should be able to use it. The build order song. I can check that somewhere else. Yeah, Mexico B got disqualified because they didn't really try to schedule with other teams and behaved in an unsportsmanlike behavior. I think that's what they said. And now my bot does something great. Send you the link to the song. Animated headbang emote. Maybe I should take a look into emote and yeah, such things, and take a look into how to make them. But yes, Austria Germany is on the menu today, but as far as I know, there is at the moment no draft, which hopefully will change any minute. They should be starting in 1 minute. Yeah, Group B, Finland A. Nothing surprising that they are on top. And then United Kingdom A being the surprise of the tournament so far for me. Even though Australia A is also very surprising that they are as successful. Winning 3-0 versus Norway. Yeah, you should be able to watch the game from the in-game spectator options. So you can just go in game and see if you find the game. And what is it called? Don't remember what exactly. If you're just looking for games to watch. Yeah, Norway A is out with MBL and Viper. And if I remember correctly, both played against United Kingdom A. So it wasn't that they were preparing for NEC or the NEC qualifier. Nope. Full power Norway lost 3-0. Yeah, Canada A, France A being on top here. France A versus Italy A is playing at the moment. So unlikely that it's really 0-0. Then this group, 3 teams, first spot with 2-1 set wins, all winning against Spain. Yeah, I agree. It's probably the problem of the teams like Norway. The top players aren't training with the team. Probably the same in Spain, even though Tato, I think, is playing a lot of team games with non-pros. So maybe he trained with them. But Sweden, Russia, and Australia all got 2 set wins, 4 map losses, and 5 map wins. So all equal, they have to play another round robin against each other. Vietnam A, China A, absolutely nothing surprising that they are on top of the group. Maybe China A should have been higher than Vietnam A, but Chile and Mexico better than Taiwan, and Brazil B. I think Brazil B is quite strong, no? Okay. Alive VH. Riot. Definitely B team. Yeah, they are the top 4 of Brazil. And yeah, Germany A dominating the group. United States A? Surprising to me that they are behind India. Argentina B has some top players as well, so it's not too surprising that they are where they are. And this is the group we are looking at. And if Germany B wins, they can still be second place. If they win 2-1, they are share the second place with Turkey A, if I see that correctly. That means they have to play against Turkey A again, which Turkey won. Oh, yeah, Turkey won against Germany. If Germany wins 3-0 against Austria A, they are second place. Turkey goes down to third, Austria is fourth. But that's unlikely in my opinion. And Austria, as soon as they win, no matter how, they are second place. Turkey goes to third place, and Germany B is out with the fourth place. Let's check here again if we have a draft. No, not yet. And all right, freaking Andy, a message. That would be lovely if he notifies me. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow there will be a show match with freaking Andy against Bals on Schlumpf, his channel. As a advertisement, basically. For a new tournament. And we have draft. So let's remove the browser, my camera back, and get some drafts. So this is the map draft I have here. Ooh, they already drafted everything. And I have to make sure that I open the correct Capture Age version. And there's the Civ draft. All right, let's take a look at the draft while I am looking for the lobby on the side. So Austria A wants to play Migration. Interesting. And Germany B wants to play Arena, and Golden Lakes is the neutral map. Maybe my favorite map in this tournament. With gold in the middle, lakes in the corners, mix of golden pit and four lakes. I like both maps. And then we have a lot of civs. What do we have? For example, for migration, I think Persians, Japanese, Malay are good there, even though they can also be played on Golden Lakes. Same for Byzantines, Gujaras. Are Sicilians good on migration? Are they for Arena? I'm not sure about that. Portuguese are most likely for Arena, as well as Britons. Khmer, Bohemians are for for Arena. Pretty sure about that. And are Cumans good in team games on Arena? Maybe as a pocket? But what do the Austrians use as a flank then? Portuguese, I would assume? Maybe Sicilians? Oh, Cumans could be Taurush with Rams. It's viable, I think. But first game Golden Lakes, I would assume we see Japanese. Check something real quick. Right. There's the lobby code. Ooh. And we can already jump into the game. But before I see the game, I want to predict that we see by Austria A Byzantines, Japanese, Franks, Britons against from Germany. Oh, it's already running in the background. I don't take a look on the civs. So I assume. Ooh, I don't like their civs for Golden Lakes. I think we have to look into that in-game at Hello Macrobean. Nice to see you here. So we jump into Capture Age. It's working. Nice. And this is the map. Golden Pit in the middle. And in the lakes corner, we have lakes with a lot of dolphins. So a lot of food. And we have to set this up properly. No, this is Austria, and I think they should be playing in red. But this Germany, we can let the B slip here. They are our German team number one for today. All right. Let's keep going with the game and take a look at the civs we have in blue Terz. He's playing with Mayans, so most likely pretty standard archer build. Vesivobi in green is playing Hindustanis, also no particularly good Civ on hybrid maps, but their camels are just really strong, their boom is really strong, everything you need as a pocket. Matt Tomsky, more the military Civ in comparison to Hindustanis with Magyars. No real eco bonus, but really strong scouts and early upgrades for the knights, which is nice. And Dobson with Italians. I predicted them on migration, but they're good here as well as a archer civ. Maybe Genoese crossbow could be handy. Fast up times are really nice to have early upgrades and snipe fishing ships. And for the Austrians, without Larry, freaking Andy on the flank as Japanese. Then we have freaking Chris, his brother, in his pocket with Franks. And Teutonic Tanks with Gujaras is playing in yellow, and LB10, our red player, with Britons. Always stay hydrated. Oh, and yeah, the pawns. This one is clearly for the Austrians. This one is clearly for the Austrians. And LB10 is kind of in the no man's land between two, and looks like he is deciding to go over, but with support of Teutonic Tanks. But Terz has his eagle here, could potentially see this. LB10 has a scout here. Oh, and Terz is sending his own will. A lot of scouts around. Oh, now with the scout of Teutonic Tanks here. Terz is following him, sees the wills. Could potentially deny the dogs. Has his scout. The Austrians have more units here. Walls in the wills. Pretty nice. That's really good. And this is the other pawn that could be contested because Dobson is in a similar situation as LB10. He also is somewhere in between two lakes, but he decided to go for the defensive approach and builds his dog where his teammate has this as well, far away from the Austrians, most likely very secure. And at the moment, Austria with one worker ahead, could be a fishing ship because of earlier dock placement. Yeah, we don't have any kills yet. So, and I don't think ILTC time is a thing at the moment. And Wes is using the Hindustani bonus that gives scouts extra damage against buildings to fight the palisade wall here. Oh, and we just saw a red ping here. So LB10 scouted the dock, told his teammates about it, but he can annoy two players with his fire ships. He puts a lot of effort into fighting here. That could be a big win for Team Austria. Terz and Wes are going forward and trying to annoy maybe, or at least scout what their opponent is doing. And for a moment I thought that is an Austrian scout, but no. It's just the pocket running around here, Tomsky. And freaking Andy is starting to wall to his TC. Not making the wall here. These wills therefore are kind of unprotected at the moment. Can be quick walled obviously, but against archers, it's not what they need. So this wall is most likely just to prevent going to the pond, I wanted to say, but then he needs to wall this as well. Oh, there was a pause apparently. So it's just to protect the gold from the attacks. Austria still with one worker lead. That's absolutely nothing that is going to win them the game. And at the moment, all players going up to feudal age. Who's the fastest? It's orange, freaking Andy. Maybe because he has Japanese fishing ships working a bit faster. And getting the wood upgrade immediately, getting an archer range on the field. And now Wes, Dobson, Terz, freaking Chris all joining LB10 a bit later than the others. And I think this is the most important thing at the moment for us to watch. Okay, that is very clumsy. I still have to find out how to move the camera the best with Capture H. And yeah, red 3 dogs, blue 3 dogs, and green 1 dog. Is there anything? Oh, a fishing ship, interesting. He should know that there is an opponent as well on the stock. So I'm a bit surprised that he is not going for any fire galleys, or at least a demo ship. That could really swing the battle towards the interests of the Germans. Repairable here for Terz in blue. And on this pawn, no Civ with the real water bonus. So it should be even if both have even numbers, and Wes is not investing into water units because he wants to go for land aggression. Has a stable here, and we have a ban. Nice. It's always lovely if you can ban someone in chat. Okay, so LB10 with the quick wall. Oh, fails with the quick wall. Oh no! And Wes probably misclicked on the wall. And therefore LB10 could re-wall here. Freaking Andy is walling as well, but isn't walling this area. Patrols with the galley there though. And how's this leg looking? Really good for Terz. He has 7 against 4 ships, pulls back the weak ones to repair them, but LB10 has 2 repairables here, so repairing is a bit faster for him. Are they both producing? So queue of Terz is full, and we have demo rafts for LB10, our Austrian player here. And thank you very much, Ovoin, for the sub again. Also 3 months already. And the famous nearly odd emote. Freaking Andy going forward with some archers and ooh, stone walls for Dobson. Does he have any wills on stone? No, and on this map you don't have as much stone as on Arabia, right? Interesting that he goes for this heavy defense. Stonewall as well for all Germans. Only Terz, he's completely open. So team wall? And Terz doesn't want to join. I mean, he has other things to do. And yeah, still ahead in the fire galley numbers. And there's a demo now. Pulls that one back for now. Oh, is he going to repair the demo? There's another demo. Wants all the fire galleys to come in here. What? Ah, that was no demo. That was just a fire ship dying. And where's Teutonic tanks with a lot of scouts here, but I think we have to watch this for now. Oh, that could be good in here. Pulls back, thinks better of it. Oh, that was okay. I think there could have been better ones. And who's winning this looks way better for Teutonic tanks. So while Terz is defending the pond here pretty well, Teutonic tanks is winning against Wes in the fight of the base of Terz. So on land it looks way better, and oh, now Terz has to pull all his wills from the berries except for 3. Way too many there, in my opinion, anyway. It's to be super inefficient, and yeah, that damage draft wasn't worth its investment. I think you have to hit at least 2 fire ships to get your resources back. And that was just too... Oh, and now we get help from Matt Tomsky and freaking Chris here. So the Stonewall's sending everyone here. All the Austrians can't go anywhere else except for this part of the map. By the way, Terz at the moment walling as well. And yeah, if all the Austrians come here, all the Germans have to come here as well. Except for Terz and LB10. They are still fighting on water. Even though Terz is winning. Oh, and LB10 wants to go for the fishing ship now. Ooh, that is a good hit. Kills 1 fishing ship. A lot of damage on this. Well, not a lot, but enough. Yeah. Still looking good for Terz. Here he is behind in score. And how the Wills looking? Way better for Team Austria. Way better. They have a 25 worker lead. And already 2 players in Castle Age. Freaking Chris and freaking Andy. So their left side is up. And Dobson is up as well. But he isn't adding any TCs. He is obviously not going for them because of the stone walls. How much stone does he still have left? At the moment, Wesivobi is the only one who could go for second TC without going for more stone. And the Eco KD of all Austrian players is better for them. I don't know why Leary is not playing. I assume it's just not important enough for him. And even without him, I see Austria as the favorite here. This isn't looking good for LV10 here, who had some Wills trapped in the walls. And my nose is itching extremely at the moment. Yeah, he loses his Wills that he sent forward. Maybe I should move the webcam anyway for team games. Let's remove it. Game is more important than my face anyway. And freaking Andy is doing a lot of damage against the archer range. Interesting that he isn't attacking the house that has way less HP, third of it, but will decrease the crossbow production of Dobson with that. Siege Workshop could be dangerous. Oh, there's a hole still. And that's only a palisade wall, I think. And the house is also destroyed pretty fast. This is dangerous, and freaking Chris sends in his knights and scouts. And now Matt Chomsky has to help out here, defending. Dobson is basically sacrificing a will, but it doesn't die because Matt Chomsky is on spot there. And Teutonic Tanks and Wes, our camel players, are fighting in the middle a bit, or at least running around with army there. I think this is the most interesting fight at the moment. How are numbers looking here? Oh, that will died. So more HP for the Germans here. More crossbows on the side of the Austrians, but way more knights. And how are upgrades looking for our purple player? Only first attack upgrade, but both the defense upgrade. Matt Tomsky has both upgrades for his knights for attack and both for defense. Attack obviously for free the moment he reaches Castle Age because he's a Magias. Now the Germans decide to take the fight, delete this house to get a better engagement, and there's a Mangonel coming in. And if that Mangonel gets a good... Oh no, it dies immediately to a knight. That's good defense by the Germans. Teutonic Tanks wants to help out here as well. And the Austrians are getting pushed here, pushed back more and more. And I only now see that Terz is still not in Castle Age, reaches it now, and Dobson is already Imp. Gets Ballistic now, and has Bracer already in. So he has one more range and one more attack than the opponent's crossbows. Therefore is way better, not only against the crossbows, but also against the knights. And hopefully Arbalest comes in for him as well soon. While Terz only now tagged into crossbow. Ooh, and LB10 as well. Got it only now. So they were far behind in tags and ages because they fought on water. And unlike LB10, Terz still has control over the water. And yeah, camels and crossbows don't do much against stone walls, except for dying from the archer attacks behind it. And a lot of dancing here just to lure the opponent into attacking you, but then moving out of the way of the arrows, even with ballistics. So they don't do damage while your crossbows still have the chance to do so. Oh, now that was a nice movement by Metomsky, running around, trying to get between the crossbows and their escape route. And in the middle we have Teutonic Tanks with the TC, and Metomsky is building one as well. He already has 2 in his base. Not the biggest boom, therefore. And yeah, will count and military count better for Austria. LB10 adds a TC as well. Not really in the middle though. Not sure why. And freaking Chris, just with the mining camp, already has 3 TCs in his base. And with the way better army numbers, the clock is ticking for the Germans. Yeah, we have crossbows with Bracer, but that's not Arbalest yet. And there are not many left. Terz now trying to get a castle here, and Metomsky with the TC in the middle starts to build it now, but Dobson, who was first in Imp and still is the only one in Imp, is getting pushed back behind his only TC. Not only his starting TC, it's his only TC. And this is not looking good for him. There are a lot of knights in his eco. And yeah, it feels like he is dead. 18 will kills, 20 will kills, 24 will kills against him. He is losing wills left and right. And the most wills he's losing in his back. So what is happening in the middle? Terz and Wes are now there with a force that is not ignorable. How are the numbers looking here? So we have 39 camels, 6 Shriramcha riders. I like that addition against the crossbows. They are way better than the camels. And now even crossbows by LB10, and that is looking way better for the Austrians. Especially if there are now some will kills here. Oh, you can't remove in here LB10. He does it anyways. I think if he stays here, right on the border, he can kill the wills, or it doesn't, can't he reach it there? Yeah, Terz for now can't build the TC. How is it looking here? Really bad. How many? Oh, 2 wills left for Dobson. But the Germans don't resign yet. They still have some fighting spirit. But Austria, with roughly 150 wills more and 50 military more, and they don't have weak military, and the freaking brothers both are up to Imp. And at the moment they are also in Metomsky's base, but Wes is chasing them around with his many camels. Maybe a quick wall here? Would have been nice, but... Oh, this is not good for Matomsky that whereas camels are chasing the wrong group of knights here. And Dobson will lose his only TC. Oh no! Is at the moment only TC because he's building one here in the base of Wes. Camels jump in, kill one Will and run back. Freaking Andy advancing to the Imperial Age, and he has guard towers already. I think we will see the keep tech soon when he has everything for his soon-to-be Arbalesters that are running around here at the moment. Where are the camels here? Still under the castle, and they block the way back for the Wills, so all the Wills are dying here. Castle, only one Will in there, so the firepower could have been better as well. And freaking Chris and freaking Andy trying to kill the gate. Teutonic Tanks helps on the other side. And not knowing this is open and Wes is sending his camels out. Maybe he should go here. Oh, nice outpost by LE10. So he knows where the Wills are. I mean, it's not the most useful, but having more information about your opponent is always nice. Oh, and this isn't a fight that is good for LB10. Yeah, camels are not great against crossbows, but with these numbers, they just shred them faster than they can die. Teutonic Tanks also has a 4th to fear. And Matomsky fears it so much that the moment they run there, he calls the GG. This is the 1-0 for Austria. Meaning, Germany, if they win the next 2 games, will have to play against Turkey to see who advances to the next round. And if Germany loses the next game, they are out, and Austria advances. No matter how the last game then goes. And I take a look at the next lobby. There's no information by the players at the moment. And let's take a look at the drafts again. What did we see? We already have, obviously, Golden Lakes. Britain's Japanese were played, Gujarat were played, and Franks were played. So next map will be Arena, and I assume we will see Burgundians, Portuguese, Cumans, Khmer, which would leave us with Sicilians, Byzantines, Persians, Malay for migration. I like that. Yeah, Germany B did the best thing that could happen to Ovoin, our favorite clown in the stream, and drafted Arena. And honestly, I like that. And yeah, it's play all 3. This group stage is always play all 3 because the map wins are a tiebreaker if teams have the same number of set wins. And yeah, therefore all 3 maps are played. And Germany has played with Mayans, Hindustanis, Italians, and Magyars. So top right corner. Leaving us with Poles for this map. I could see Spanish are for migration, right? So Poles, Slavs, Aztecs, and Bengalis would be my guess for Arena now. Poles, Bengalis, Aztecs, Slavs. Yeah, feels right. And by the way, Lithuanians, Mongols, Turks, Ethiopians were banned. Interesting that Ethiopians were banned. I don't see them super strong on any map here, but maybe Austria just didn't want to play with them or against them. And let's see if I can find the game. Not right now. I don't think any of the players is streaming, because then I could see if they are already in the lobby. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, Bengalis should be fine on migration as well, but I think they are better on Arena. LB10 is streaming his POV. They are in the lobby at the moment. And starting. So I should find the game now as well. And I already can say that I was right. And we will see Bengalis. And obviously, he isn't showing me the game. Then I have to open the spectator dashboard. Hopefully I can get the game there. Tournaments, Group H, it is, yes. I have it. Nice. Really good website. And it's only Arena, so we don't miss too much, right? Don't listen to me, Ovine. There we go. And let's go. Fast speed on Arena. And we have, where's the dividing line? There. Let's start with the Austrians. The arena here looks a bit small, no? I have the feeling in 1v1s it's a bit wider. But maybe that's just me. Or maybe it's the NC arena version. In orange, we have freaking Andy with Portuguese. I assume we will see organ guns from him if he's playing on the flank. Then we have in purple, freaking Chris Khmer. I hope we will see ballista elephants. In yellow, Teutonic tanks with Cumans. Big boom with 2 TCs into Paladins is my assumption. And LB10 with the Bohemians and the famous Hufnitze. Terz in blue is playing the Spanish with the famous Conquistadores. And even though I don't think we will see it, I hope for a Conk and Donk strategy. So Conquistadors and Donkeys, the missionaries. Then we have Panic Panda. He didn't play last game, so he's maybe an arena specialist, or as we call them normally, a clown. Playing the Poles. Next to him, Matt Tomsky with the Slavs, and we have Dobson with Bengalis. And as Ovoin is already saying it in the chat, I also think that the Austrians have a better Civ matchup here. I don't really like Slavs. Yeah, they have their good farming bonus, and they have very solid cavalry, and they have a really nice team bonus. One of my most liked, with +5 pop per military building. So in the German team, every barracks, every archery range, every stable, and so on also is a house. Love that. But yeah, other than that, they don't really excel on this map. Yeah, Ovoin is the established arena expert, or as we call them, the clown of the house. And most notable thing at the moment, Teutonic tanks, as humans is going up already, but to be honest, that's expected. 18 wilds, that is a quite solid time, sends a lot on wood now to be able to afford the second town center. Then he will run away with his will count from everyone else. Ooh, good reaction by Andy here. And we have another scout fight. But this one is looking good for the Austrians because they have more scouts here, even though freaking Chris ran away for a moment, and that was the moment Panic Panda attacked. Oh, and now Teutonic Tanks is already up to the feudal age. It can get more damage here, is faster, so no chance for for Panic Panda to win this fight. And we have some more players up to the feudal age. Freaking Andy is up already with pop 22. I'm not sure if that is a super strong fast castle build or super fast. Another strategy, I couldn't do a pop 23 plus 2, pop 22 plus 2 fast castle, especially not if I have 3 wills on stone. Then we have LB10 with pop 23 with Bohemians. That's something I've already seen. Same for freaking Chris with Khmer. Maybe even a bit late. If he's playing super tight builds here with Khmer, he can do pop 22 plus 0, I think. But pop 23 plus 0 is pretty stable, pretty fast build. Yeah, clicks up immediately. And I'm not faster anyway, so I shouldn't complain too much. Even though I'm not playing in the main stage of the Nations Cup, so nobody expects me to play perfect or close to perfect. I don't think there was any game in which any player ever played perfect. Team Germany now with a slight will lead, but that's because they have only 1 player up to Castle Age, while the Austrians have 3. And at the moment, will count 29 for Teutonic tanks, while everyone else is around, what, 23 to 27. And it rises faster for Teutonic tanks as well at the moment. Let's see if he can do anything with that. Who's losing his scout here? No one, because both are just running around now. And Matomsky tries to fight this from time to time, but won't win this if he's doing it like that. Teutonic tanks now there as well can block here a bit. Yeah, scout is dead. Now all Germans up to Castle Age, all Austrians except for Teutonic tanks, who's obviously way later up, but it's very hard for the Germans to punish the later uptime, and as expected, we will see the organ guns with a forward castle. By the way, freaking Chris on 3 TCs too soon. And LB10 is up in a moment. Immediate stone walls behind by Dobson. So he won't add a third TC. And I'm absolutely not sure how Dobby defends this. Apparently with double monastery stone walls. I wanted to say this is open, but it's not in a moment. And 3 scouts of the Austrians are already trying to punch down this gate. Now they are moving again. We see 3 TCs by Panic Panda and 3 TCs by Matomsky. And a kind of defensive castle by Terz. We'll go for Kongs, I assume. And maybe Monks to get relics. But right now, this is the spot we are looking at. Because freaking Andy tries to go through the gate now. And wants to do damage with organ guns. Has one in the queue and none on the field. And LB10 gets fervor. Ah, there's his monastery. And yeah, he goes for the relics, I assume. And immediate redemption by Dobson. He doesn't even have a monk yet. Is queuing one right now, loses his scout. Yeah, and his job now is to convert those. And I think if freaking Andy gets both attack upgrades for his castle in the blacksmith, he can reach the stone walls here. This one for sure. And this one as well. So Teutonic tanks now already also up to the castle age, and he is on 52 wills, while everyone else is around 30. And we have a Petard now going for this wall segment. And won't be stopped by the monks, but one organ gun is converted, gets pulled over. Can it be repaired? Yes. Looks like it. And yeah. Dobson is defending. Let's hope he's defending well. And freaking Chris is adding a 4th TC. He was the first one to 3 TC, so he has already 53 builds now. Nearly on par with Teutonic tanks. I think if Teutonic tanks reaches Castle Age, freaking Chris will surpass him in will count. Oh, and now freaking Andy decides I won't be able to kill Dobson here. I go for Matomsky. So these monks might have to move out to support his teammate who loses will. These wills won't be reached. The buildings here have to be destroyed first. Oh no, human player goes to 4 TCs now. And as I said, freaking Chris with way more wills than Teutonic tanks now. And let's take a quick look on resources collected. Roughly 1k lead. Oh no, freaking Chris and Teutonic Tanks both pretty equal there. So very strong boom by freaking Chris. And yeah, freaking Andy with his organ guns is fighting against the conks of Terz. So the flanks from opposite sides are fighting now here with gunpowder units from the castles. By the way, both from the Iberian Peninsula. Oh, and the wolf. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, oh yeah, wolves ignore the siege weapons. Because normally there are only two types of units that are ignored by wolves. That are scout units. So these scout cavalry line and the eagle line, and monk units. So monks and missionaries. And siege units. And let's be honest, those don't look too tasty. It's funny how good the game is looking in comparison to HD. And how bad it's looking. So ugly. At the moment, not much happening. Freaking Andy has added a second TC, which Dobson didn't. And freaking Chris is on the way to Imp. Freaking Andy and Teutonic Tanks and LB10. Oh, no. Have joined him. I went back here by clicking on the timestamp. From where freaking Andy sold wood to get more gold. And LB10 bought food. Interesting. And these two siege workshops here are telling me that we will see Hufnitze. And the castle keeps freaking Andy outside of the base of Dobson. And yeah, Amons, that is how Dobson defends. Pretty well. There are a lot of conks on the field at the moment. And our first two German players are up to Imp, Dobson, and Tomsky. And we have a pause. Let's see what that means. I've closed the stream of LB10 again, obviously. To keep my internet connection stable for the stream.
Yes.
And there we go. So it looks like the Germans needed a pause. And we have a bit of lag here. Oh, Panic Panda is reacting, a bit of bumping here, and yeah, that's a dead. A monk. And now with the earlier, ooh, that is dangerous. The second castle right next to his first by freaking Andy. And that is dangerous because he will have his traps out soon. Close to Imp. And now we see that Teutonic Tanks has a lot of Terz conks next to his base. And some knights by Panic Panda. And now with freaking Andy being in Imp, he can build traps and will be able to trap this castle down. Yeah, I assume that Dobson will be up to Imp. Yeah, 30 seconds. He can start with traps as well, but it looks like freaking Andy will have 2 traps before Dobson has 1. Looking good for freaking Andy here. Freaking Chris is going for Hussars, not Cavalier. With this farming eco, it's easy to support that. And I would love to see Ballista Elephants from him, but with such a forward castle, I don't see unique units from the Khmer player. That is a map control castle, not a unique unit producing castle. Yeah, Hussar into Battle Elephants would be nice as well. Just spam Hussars, and when the opponents start to be low on gold, or getting to trade, send a big mass of Battle Elephants. And nice raids here by freaking Chris. Is this TC Dune? No, it will go up. Will it? Will it? Will it? Yes, it goes up. No! Yes! But it's an attack with no wills in it. Oh, and Panic Panda is going in here with his knights against the organ guns, against the traps, and I think he will clear everything and lose everything as well. And he isn't losing everything. He is slowing down the push of freaking Andy here. But that doesn't change that freaking Andy still has 2 castles here. But it's looking not too bad here. Yeah, those knights will die if they fight here. But they can still snipe some wills that are repairing the castle. And it's absolutely possible that Dobson gets rid of that. It's down. And now it's 1v1 and Dobson has the trap advantage. And the HP advantage. With the help of Panda, Dobson might be able to not only stop the push, but push it back. That against Portuguese, one of the strongest civs on this map. Und mit Tomsky now sends in the harps. And I don't know if he already has the unique tag. But if those are Druzhina harps, they are really strong. Comparison to basically every other non-gold unit. They are especially strong against all the cavalry we see. And if they get to the Stab Lancers, and if they have Druzhina, then the Stab Lancers should get a lot of damage from the area effect now. On this side we still see Bombard Cannon, no Hufnitsche. And I want to see, how can I remove this? There was somewhere an option. I can't find it at the moment. So, yeah, we will keep it like this. And if someone knows how I can remove the market information here, would be nice to tell me that. The Austrians building more castles here. Freaking Chris again in the middle. And this gold TC isn't the safest place ever for wilds. When Monk's getting a lot of conquistadors on the side of LB10. And Hufnitsche is on the way. And Detinets for Matt Tomsky. That should be the tech that makes castles cheaper, or replaces part of the stone cost with wood cost. And there's a hotkey to go up in chat, and then you can disable it there. I could try some hotkeys. That's the timeline hotkey. What hotkey would make sense? It's not I for information and not M for messages. E for events? No. Yeah, Terz, bit in a pickle here, lost his only castle. Therefore won't be able to produce any traps at the moment. Has no harp, so the harps of LB10 will be better one-on-one. Oh, Hufnitsch getting quite good. Ooh, those were a lot of kills against the Kongs. Some were converted, and they didn't really fight there. And on this side, we now have Matomsky and Dobson pushing against freaking Andy, who we thought has the way better Civ and would be the one dictating the fights here. And yeah, Dobson, with some help of his teammates, defended pretty well here. Now has the strong monks of Bengalis with the extra armor here. Aren't too good against Hussars though. And while this side is looking good for the Germans, this one is looking really good for Team Austria. LB10 is pushing heavily here. And yeah, in the middle we have more and more castles, and we have ballista elephants. Nice. I love them. Oh, and Scorpions by freaking Chris as well. Heavy Scorpion coming in only now, and double crossbow as well. So at the moment it's just Castle Age crossbows, but now they are the well-known strong Khmer crossbows. And I assume that Teutonic Tanks has Step Husbandry. Do we see any... No. At the moment there's nothing in here. Sad. I'll try to see if there's anything produced. It has to be Step Husbandry. I just looked away for a moment and there are 5 new ones. Yes, see how fast it's going? I think that is Step Husbandry. Oh, and second castle by LB10 right in the base of Terz, who now has to migrate his wilds over to Panic Panda, who has a lot of Step Lancers in his base. How did that happen? The gate here died. Step Lancers are quite good at killing walls because they stack up so nicely. And if they're fighting in a choke point like here, they can easily beat cavalry here. I think Panic Panda had to delete the folwark here. Even though I think we can agree it's looking really bad here. And this is the only thing that keeps Team Germany at the moment in the game. Matomsky now with Harp and Siege Onager. And he is getting Botkin Arrow. Interesting. Is he doing anything that gets helped out there? Yeah, the castles. I think that's the reason why he's doing it. Oh, nice Siege Onager shot here, killing more than half of the Hussars that were going for the monks. And Step Lancers against small numbers of harps, they are just shredding. That's something you can send a Siege Onager shot into. Clumped up groups of Step Lancers, not too many HP. How many do they have? 100. And a Siege Onager 75 damage. So 2 siege officers would flatten a group of clumped up stab lances. And they obviously also kill these scorpions. And at the moment, Teutonic tanks on 64 step lances and is producing more. What are the Hoofneeds doing? They are at the moment on the backside of Tert's base. While we see a Doubt Castle by Albitena, he sends more vills. That's what you do with a Doubt Castle. But because the stab lancers of Teutonic tanks now are around and his own halves, it looks way better now for his vills and they get it up. Scorpions here can achieve a lot of damage against the halves. Also have a lot of kills already on them. And ooh, that siege ranger goes down to the halves and now they can run away from the oh no, the hussars kills the siege ranger and they can run around away from the halves. And Dobson is now going for Arbalest. Has some crossbows here already. And is producing from all the 7 archer ranges. No, it's only producing from 6. Because one obviously is researching Arbalest. Yeah, on this side, it isn't looking good to be honest for the Germans. But Germany, quote unquote, 60 vills only behind. Not more. Oh, those are quite some bombard cannons by freaking Andy. He's going for the shots on the arms first, not on the trap. And yeah. Germany calls the GG. And yeah, Germany was way behind in army value, as Amons is writing right now in the chat. They couldn't... I mean, they defended pretty well here against the Portuguese castle drop. And freaking Andy, by far the low score in his team. But on this side, LB10 just played a pretty good push with the Bohemians. And yeah, as we said at the beginning, maybe it was also partly a Civ win here. With the way better civs on Arena for the Austrians, especially Portuguese and Bohemians, I really like on the map. While Spanish, Bengali, and Slavs feel a bit weird. Yeah, Poles are strong, but so are Khmer and Cumans. And yeah, we also have to say it wasn't really bad by Andy that he couldn't push through here. It was just a team effort, and he often was 2 versus 1. And yeah, that's the reason why he couldn't push with the Portuguese. All right, I see if I can find the next game. And it's looking good. Yeah, Team Austria is way stronger. If the game isn't started yet, we could take a look at the ELO. My AoE is bugging around. And I still want to look at the ELO. I'll keep the game open for you and tell you that Terz is around 2k, same as Tomsky. Akro, who's playing here, is a little bit under 2k. Wes Iwobi, no, in game 2, Panic Panda, also around 2k. And Dobson around 18k. And yeah, Team Austria looks pretty similar. 2k, 18k, 17k, and freaking Andy then with 2k 6 elo. So he balances out that the other three in the team are a bit weaker. But we also have to say, all the German players here are not really the 1v1 players, which elo reflects. They're more team players, at least as far as I know. And these team players are, for example, Terz with Vikings in blue. Akro is playing with Berbers in green as the pocket. Then Matomsky with Chinese is the other pocket of Team Germany B. And Dobson is playing Malians. Right next to him with the Malay in red is RB10. Then we have in yellow with Byzantines, Teutonic tanks. Interesting that they put Byzantines in the pocket. My first guess would be to put them as a flank sieve to get the fire galleys faster to the opponent. Yeah, I also had problems with finding the games in-game. You can check spectator dashboard, aoe2rex.com. Yeah, and I will update the scoreboard because it's 0-2 already for Team Austria. Yeah. Freaking Chris with Burgundians. Interesting that we didn't saw them on Arena. And I'm interested in what we will see from them on this map. I would assume Castle Drop in the middle into Monks and Costier. And freaking Andy again on the flank in orange with Persians, classic water sieve. And at the moment all players with a dock on their first island, which is big enough for a build-up in Dark Age, but then in Feudal Age or Castle Age, depending on the speed you are playing with, you have to go to the middle, because there are the resources, and then you have to fight for those resources against the opponents. And obviously pretty calm start here. You have no way to really fight against your opponents until you're in Feudal Age, which Dobson will reach first. With only one fishing ship, so he didn't focus too much on getting wood here and chose to use his wood bonus with Malians to just get one fishing ship out and then focus more on food to get a fast uptime. And I assume we will see 3 on gold from him soon to be able to afford fire galleys. Terz with his Vikings is up as well. He makes the docks of his whole team cheaper, so this dock of Dobson was super cheap. Friggin' Andy up as well. He is already adding a second dock, which we see as well from Dobson. And now Sensville's on gold as well. And do we see galleys is what we see, not fire galleys. They are way better at killing fishing ships. LB10 with the dock as well will be up in Feudal Age in half a minute, but at that point he will already have galleys in his fishing eco. Freaking Andy now also ready to fight against the ships of Terz, who has galleys in the queue. And yeah, freaking Andy does so as well. So all flanks are now in feudal age. Oh, hey, Dobson, attack. Alright. Yeah, LV10 had a lot more fishing ships than Dobson, his counterpart from the German team, because he had only one, but having only one seems to be the way to go at the moment, both now with one fishing ship, and LV10 will lose that one as well. I don't know, can save it for now, but he won't be able to get good fights against the better galley numbers here. Terz sending a fishing ship through, and the plan of the pockets here is normally to fast castle. That gets way harder if you have a galley in your base, or just around your dock, that shoots your fishing ships. But Terz is now getting problems against the higher galley numbers. It's a third dock, which friggin' Andy already had. But here both flanks are on 2 docks. All pockets on the way to feudal age as well, and I assume all of them will go up to castle age as fast as possible then. Akko even with 2 docks now. And Matomsky added a second dock as well, and we see the same from freaking Chris and Teutonic Tanks. Freaking Chris even with a third dock. That galley 0 kills, because all the fishing eco of freaking Chris is here. But this fishing ship could lead the galley there. That would be pretty dangerous. And on this side, freaking Andy with the higher numbers has 2 galleys snuck through as well. Will be able to fight against these 3 with his 7. So it's looking good here. And Tomsky and Akko both already on the middle island. Scout of Matomsky has seen that the Austrians didn't do the same. Oh, and LB10 is apparently winning this fight. Yeah, has more HP on his ships, has more ships. This is looking good for him. And we will see Berber stable here. In the middle, he will be able to send a lot of knights or camels, depending on the opponent's units, on the field. And yeah, Dobson now has to tell his teammates there are galleys coming. They will be able to kill the fishing ships here, most likely. At least some, and therefore getting Matomsky off of his good food supply here. And freaking Andy is doing the same with Akko, even though he apparently didn't find... Oh, saw this dog, should have been there, no? But might also want to go with LB10 here to make it harder to clear them up. And we have the German pockets already in Castle Age. Oh no, Matomsky isn't. But yeah, Austrians now in Castle Age, and will they send ships over? Oh no. Ooh, imagine the fire galleys wouldn't have been here. But Dobson has a lot of galleys here. Is he getting the next upgrade? No, but he is up to Castle Age. But that won't help him much with these ships. He could be able to defend with them. we see 2 German pockets with TCs in the middle island. Oh no! Those vills are completely undefended. Oh no, this quick wall was very important for the Austrian team. But it failed. And the vills won't be saved. And that means that Germany keeps control over the middle island. Which on this map is the main island. And oh yes! Tanks is up to Imperial Age fast imp with Byzantines. Did I say that you can play on your island until no later than Castle Age? I am sorry about that misinformation. Teutonic Tanks plays with the Byzantines until imp only on this island. But with Chris failing the castle here, this gives the Germans a lot of control over the island there. And now we have with Dobson the first flank also in Castle Age. He can get a lot of upgrades and then push forward here. Even with the War Galley upgrades and Byzantine bonus, those Fire Galleys aren't the most dangerous thing here, except when you send your Fire Galleys in there without much care. Galley upgrade will come in for Dobson as well. Nice micro Barbie 10. Oh, and freaking Andy has control over the shoreline of the island of Terz. That's not really helpful for the Germans. And this time, freaking Chris walls his units in. Can be sure that there are no galleys around to stop that. And this gives the Austrians at least some control over the middle island and a spot where they can land. And that's really important. And Teutonic Tanks will have fast fire ships soon. And then these galleys can be way less effective. These fast fire ships, sorry, could be really dangerous for the water control of the Germans. Not that there's much water control at the moment in this area, but in this area it will be lost soon as well, I guess. That means they have to work with what they have on land. Oh, and freaking Andy has his ships here as well. While Terz at the moment, the only one who isn't in Castle Age, still needs 15 seconds. And Dobson, microing quite well. Oh, and sending in demo ships. Those look like solid hits, but ooh, these fast fire ships are doing so much damage. This one is basically dead and fights against 6 and kills 2. Could kill this one as well if he attacks the right one. Kills 3, kills 4. Now it's dead. That's how good fast fire ships are. Oh, there was a Cuirassier of freaking Chris, but he had to delete it because there was a monk somewhere. Of Team Germany has a monk. There's one. Ah, there's the other one. Hiding behind the wood line there. Oh, and this TC... Ah, it's a Byzantine TC. It still has a lot of HP, but that's not too helpful for Teutonic Tanks. Oh, and he doesn't... Okay, he noticed it. But this TC could die. Cuirassier comes around, but he won't be able to kill the military units here. Oh, and Teutonic Tanks pulls out the vills, and he has to wall this. Okay. He's walling this. Walls here as well, so the knights won't be able to stop the castle from going up. I think it would have been better if aggro would stay on the TC here. Yes, ooh, good conversion for LB10. Will he get another one? There was somewhere a conversion. Maybe here? Maybe one of the knights was converted. Oh, and only now bloodlines for Akro. Bit late maybe, but if I see that correctly, Andy doesn't have bloodlines. Yeah, he lacks it as well. But even though Andy is missing bloodlines, he has a lot of water control. He has cut off 3 players of Team Germany from the middle island. It's really hard to get there for them. They have to work with what they have already, which is quite a lot to be honest. 3 TCs for Terz. We have 2 TCs for Akko and 3 TCs for Metomsky. Some castles. But water control is gone. And the Austrians, they also have some things here. Castles, TCs, not as much as the Germans. But oh, Ovoin, are you here? Do you want to ban that guy? Monks saving the Chukunu here. Ovoin, are you watching from your PC or phone? Nice. First ban of Ovoin's life, I assume. And yeah, we have another player on the way to Imp. In this case, it's Metomsky. And he has a lot of castles here. Oh, a lot. He has 2, if I see that correctly. So he will be able to send traps on the field, which we already see from Teutonic tanks. Oh, that castle could be in danger. At least the Wills around here. Yeah, Teutonic tanks is pulling his Wills back for now, but Metomsky isn't focusing them. Ooh. And tanks retreats for now. I mean, the halves aren't too good here against Chukunu. This castle will go up by Akro. And he is cutting off freaking Andy with it from his teammates. He won't really be able to run to his teammates without getting into the castle fire of a German castle. By the way, Ovoin, if you go on the chat options, you can activate mod symbols, and then you see the ban symbol next to every message and the fast timeout. I think that is 10 minutes on default. Even though it's not really needed often in this stream. Yeah, freaking Andy not only cut off from his teammates, but also gets some raids into his base, and at the moment Germany still has better eco numbers. Not the better military numbers, but that could be because the Austrians have the water control. How many ships do we have? 25, 30, 31. Can't scroll down here, sadly. Yeah, but that could be the reason. The German team only has 2 ships left. And now we see a trap war here between Metomsky and Tritronic tanks. But Freaky Chris and LB10 are also up to him. So they will be able to send their own traps as well. And then it gets dangerous. And we will see Elite Custodier on the field. Man-at-Arms is taken by Dobson. With Malians, champions are a okayish option. And freaking Chris goes for the attack upgrades for his castle, I assume. I don't think we will see anything but cavalry from him. And if we see something, it will most likely be gunpowder, so not affected by that attack either. And Teutonic Tanks is repairing this castle together with freaking Chris, who apparently is out of stone now. And oh, this is looking so bad. It's impressive how freaking Andy has basically full control over 3 shorelines here. Only the center of each island is secured for the Germans, or safe for the Germans. Oh, in this fight, the Chukunu and Knights are good enough to fight back against the Elite Costlier, but with 2 more armor, PS armor for the Costlier, that could change. The trap runs away from the Chukunu. There are Arps that can fight the Chukunu, while those are getting attacked by the castle as well. Can kill 1 trap, but retreat now. This trap is on a hill, together with the castle, while this castle and trap aren't. So that's better for the Austrians, for sure. When the Kusti are taking a good fight here against Acro's Cavaliers. Chukunu now moving in again, getting a solid bombard cannon shot in the face. Kusti jumping on them. And we see Harps now engaging as well, trying to get some good hits against the Cavalier, but they move back. This castle has fallen, and now these 2 are under attack. We have bombard cannons, we have traps. These traps go directly for this one. Here's 1 trap that is attacking the castle on the hill. Don't know if LB10 notices that though. I think he should be able to do something against that. No, he's repairing. He should do something against the trap. In the middle, we have the Harps, Arps, and Kusi pushing forward together with the siege. Oh, Ami was out of position for a moment. Cavalier thought about diving on the bombard cannons. When this looks like a solid engagement for the Austrians, even though the castles are helping out. Kusia is getting their charge attack in, Harps getting good hits on the cavalry. And Chukunu numbers are just not high enough. How many do we have on the screen? 15 against, what is that, 30? 58! Oh, those were stacked. And freaking Chris will secure this push with another castle. And now slowly at the moment longswordmen will come in a moment, 2-handed swordsman, and I think we will see the champion tech any moment. And the Austrians are gaining more and more ground on the center island. While they have safe starting islands, and the Germans don't. Now the Germans also losing their map control on the center island, so I have to admit it's looking really good for the Austrians. I mean, this game doesn't really matter anymore, because no matter how it goes, Austria is place 2 in the group and Germany is out as the 3rd place. No, 4th place, sorry. Oh, we see Berserks, elite Berserks, and the way they kill those Cussiers, I think we have the unique tech in as well. Oh, and Telesocracy. The Harbor Tech coming in. One of my favorite techs in the game. Even though I know it's not the best. I love it. I love it. Whose walls are those? Teutonic tanks. So an Austrian wall. Maybe to secure the vills that were building the castle. And yeah, Terz now with solid trap numbers here, but freaking Chris can kill a lot of Chukunu. And those champions aren't too good against Cussier either. So their extra pierce armor doesn't help. And elite Cataphract. So a lot of unique units here on the field. Berserks, Cataphract, Chukunu, Cussier. And Cataphracts. They aren't good against the Chukunu, but champions, and I assume also Berserks, are dying to them really fast. Yeah, even with the unique tech, Berserks shouldn't do extra damage against elite Cataphract. I think the bonus damage they do against cavalry isn't high enough to go through the cavalry bonus damage armor of Cataphracts, and their extra damage against infantry. Well, that kills the Berserks really fast. Yeah, Cussier pushing forward more and more. Not the fastest. Now I have to retreat as well against the Pikeman, that's the name. Oh, Terz was close to killing the traps here. And has the hill. I think he can kill the traps with his traps. Kills one, will save the castle most likely. By the way, Cavalier on this island. I assume the other islands will get the same treatment. No, they won't. Because Austria wins this game as well. And it's 3-0 by Austria. And I would say we take a look at the group now. How it looks. And take a look at the next opponents of the Austrians. There we go. So in this group, it's group H. Austria now gets another win, so they have 2 here against Turkey, one more than Turkey, while Germany is out as 4th in this group. I mean, it's Germany B. So not the highest expectation there. I think they, at least in this game, these games they played still well, even though they lost 3-0. And yeah, now runner-up group H. That is Austria, if the result is in. They play against Chile A, and then against the winner of Canada A versus United Kingdom A. And I favor Canada A there if they are playing with their best lineup. And Chile A, let's see what players are there. Giuseppe Whitecorp, Nero Melnik, Sobek, Noisig. So no absolute top player like Leary or freaking Andy, but very solid. And if they are training together, which I assume they do, because for them that's a really important tournament, then they could definitely win against Austria. If Leary is joining them though, and they are training a bit together, I think Austria is the favorite. But I would say only if Larry is playing. What other games do we have next stage? So Germany A against the Group D runner-up. That's the group where 3 teams have the exact same points and map wins. So we can't really say who's playing there. Oh no. I think Germany A will be to the loser brackets here. So they would jump in here, losers round 16, 7, 8. Could be Austria, could be Chile, could be Canada A, could be United Kingdom A for Team Germany. Argentina A and B playing against each other, and if Vietnam A wins here, which is likely, Group D winner. Russia, Sweden, Australia, heavy underdogs. So China A going through, Vietnam A going through, in my opinion. Then we have this one again there. Vietnam won in the group stage. Vietnam winning all 3 games 2-1. While China losing to Vietnam 2-1 and then winning 3-0 each other game. All right. And bye-bye, Ovoin. Thanks for being here. And I think I will end it as well. It's already a bit late for me. And let's see who I could rate. Is there someone I'm following online at the moment? Neely is online. Interesting. Let's go there. Thank him for NAC. And I think I will watch that stream in bed in a moment. So bye-bye. And thank you for watching. And tomorrow will be no stream. Saturday and Sunday potentially a stream. Yeah, see you over there.